Students, in this video we will discuss about the separation methods of mixture. And so first method is to separate a mixture of two miscible liquid. Miscible liquids means liquids that are mixed with each other. And to separate a mixture of two miscible liquids, we use distillation method. And what is distillation method? Distillation method is used for the separation of components of a mixture containing two miscible liquids that boil without decomposition and have sufficient difference in their boiling point. And decompositions means they do not decompose into smaller part or do not break down into smaller part. They just remain as their composition are. So if difference if difference of the boiling points of the two components is more than 25 Kelvin, then we apply the method of distillation method to separate a mixture of two miscible liquids. So what we do in this condition, this is the apparatus of distillation process. This is flask in which mixture of acetone and water is filled here. Distillation flask, thermometer is fitted in this flask, and this container or flask is attached with the this water condenser. Condenser means that convert vapors into liquid form, that we call condenser, vapors into liquid form. And here water outlet, water is come out of this condenser and cold water enter into this condenser to keep the temperature less in this water condenser to convert water vapor or the substance of other and the vapor of other substance into liquid phase. And as substance convert into its liquid phase, so liquids gets collected into other beaker. So this by applying this method we can separate the component of a mixture. So here two components is present in the mixture of acetone and water. First is acetone and second is water. So the difference acetone and water have sufficient difference in their boiling point. So when we give heat to this mixture and acetone boiling point is lesser than water, so firstly acetone starts to form vapor by attaining its boiling point. And as this starts to form vapor, then water vapors are passed out through this tube, and after then passing through this tube and come into the water condenser. And as these acetone vapors come into water condenser, they gets converted into liquid phase, and by drop gets collected into this beaker and acetone gets collected in this beaker. So acetone and water get separated from each other by applying the method of distillation on the basis of their boiling point. So to separate a mixture of two or more miscible liquids for which the difference in boiling point is less than 25 Kelvin, students, here more come that in boiling point is more than 25 Kelvin. If the difference of the boiling point of the substances is more than 25 Kelvin, then we apply this distillation method or simple distillation method, because here two substances are included in this mixture. So acetone firstly vaporize and forms vapor, and water takes time to vaporize because here are difference of the boiling point is large. So water will not form water vapors along with the vapors of acetone. So acetone vapor and water vapors is not mixed, they are getting separately. Or before the formation of water vapors, before the formation of vapors of water, acetone vapors gets condensed into this condenser and gets collected into this beaker. So water and acetone get separated from each other. And to separate a mixture of two or more miscible liquids for which the difference in boiling points is less than 25 Kelvin, if the substances having a difference in their boiling point less than 25 Kelvin, in that condition to separate a mixture that contains two or more miscible liquids, we use fractional distillation method. And here simple distillation method cannot be applied to separate the component of this mixture, because if we apply the simple distillation method and here difference in their boiling point is less than 25 Kelvin, so the vapors of the 2 or 3 substances can be mixed with each other because the difference in their boiling point is less than 25 Kelvin and have not sufficient difference in their boiling point, and by giving heat to the mixture it may be possibility that vapors of the substance gets mixed with each other. So to separate such type of mixtures component, we apply fractional distillation. So how can we separate by these components of mixture? By using fractional distillation. The separation of different gases, and in the example in which fractional distillation is used, first is the separation of different gases from air and different fractions from petroleum product. So two methods, two example here. The separation of different gases from air and different fractions from petroleum products, in which fractional distillation method is used to separate the component of the mixture. And that apparatus is similar to that for simple distillation, except that a fractionating column is fitted in between the distillation flask and the condenser. Let's see. So this is the apparatus for using the fractional distillation process. Same as we see in the simple distillation, but here this fractionating column is fitted between this distillation flask and between this water condenser. So this fractionating column is not present in simple distillation. And what is the working of fractionating column, and in what manner simple distillation differ from the fractional distillation? Because suppose this mixture contains 3 components and the difference in their boiling points is less than 25 Kelvin, and it may be possibility that the vapors of these components get mixed with each other when we giving heat to this mixture, because the boiling point difference, because they have not sufficient difference in their boiling point. So this is a fractionating column in which glass beads is present, and the work of glass beads is, and students, the work of these beads provides surface for the vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. So in this way and in this method of fractional distillation, besides that this condenser provides coolness to the vapors, except this, these beads also provides a surface for the vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. Repeatedly means because here suppose here 3 components of mixture is present, so the vapors of 3 components or 2 components gets condensed because of these beads present in this fractionating column. And condense means the conversion of vapor into liquid phase, we call condensation. And so what happens, suppose there are 2 type of mixture for components in this mixture, first, 2 and 3, and the increasing order of their boiling point is this. So firstly, when we give heat to this mixture, at first position, component first starts to form water vapor because its boiling point is less, and by receiving less heat it starts to form it starts to form vapors. Okay, and as it starts to form vapors are passed out through these beads, and these beads provide surface for vapors to cool and condense. So by coming in contact with these beads, vapors cool and condense, means convert into liquid phase, and as these vapors condense into liquid phase, so these are passed out through this tube, water condenser, and gets collected into this beaker. So because of this beads here helps the vapors of the components to get condensed soon, and because of these beads, vapors of components take less time to be condensed and get collected in this beaker easily and takes less time. And because they take less time to be condensed and collected in this beaker, the vapors of the 2 or 3 substances or components cannot be mixed with each other. and as soon as these vapors get condensed and collected in this beaker, the vapors of other component starts to form after receiving their boiling point. And as vapors of other components pass out through these beads, they get condensed because of these beads provide surface for vapors to cool and condense. So as passing these beads, the vapors of the components cool and condense, and after passing through this tube, through this water condenser tube, gets collected into separate beaker. And we do not use the beaker as we use in the first case. We remove this beaker, and in place of this beaker we use next beaker, because if we collect in this beaker, so the two component gets mixed with each other. So this method is repeatedly continuously going on until the whole component of mixture is not separated from each other. So this is fractional distillation.